Mom's cooking. It's good. Okay, so I asked the universe for an easy life, and this is what happened. Mom, I'm home. How did it come about? The fact that I decided to leave my entire life in South Beach, my comfort zone. Wow, that's the key. I manifested this life that was filled with so much fun, and it was filled with so much, I don't know, life, and it was bright, and I had so much fun. So everything started in the beginning of 2018. I was super abundant. I was traveling everywhere. I manifested situations that I've been wanting to, and everything was amazing. Except for this one thing. What happens when you become more and more awakened? You become more and more aware. And this is part of my job. This is part of life. This is part of growing, right? So my 2018 was amazing, right? The first half. But with that amazingness, with that joy, with that growth, I became more aware of how I was creating my money. And by that, I mean, I realized that I was working really hard for my money. Things that were supposed to make me feel secure and happy, like having multiple sources of income, they were leaving me feeling super exhausted. And actually, I have talked about it earlier in other YouTube videos that I've talked about, like working hard for your money. So that was like a really big realization for me. I realized that I was at a great time. I'm like, well, now that I have different sources of income, I'm at a great time to break that cycle and fully try to receive money in an easy way. Little did I know that my life was just gonna change completely 180. Now my life is so much easier. Okay, so you're probably wondering, like, how did I get from wanting to have an easy life and started to ponder easy money into my life, and then all of a sudden having to completely give up my apartment? Well, that's a very long story. I really wanted to scale my business. I wanted to have just one source of income, at least, you know, from the same source, you can say. And so I got myself into a really expensive coaching program so I can learn to scale my business. With that, it opened up a can of worms into my life, and I actually started having to say no to all the money that was coming my way that was not part of my ethical journey into wealth consciousness, you can say. Because that's the thing. Like, now that my life is a lot easier, and yes, I gave up the biggest, most delicious thing I've ever manifested in my life. However, it was just part of the plan. It was something that it wasn't going like with my ethical values and the goals that I wanted to reach. And so how did it come about into understanding that I needed to leave South Beach? I went through the coaching program and I didn't quite see the results that I was looking for, but everything really actually happened after my program was over. I went through this thing called Ancestral family trauma activation. That shit is no joke. I'm actually gonna make another video about this because that was just crazy for me, and that actually is what shifted everything. For you to achieve success, for you to get out of the 9-to-5 struggle or the working hard for your money struggle, you have to break through. And you have to break through a lot from the things that your family couldn't break through. So this was something that got activated in me. And actually Oprah talks about this a lot, and I love her for it. She actually talks about how we are the successors of our ancestors. And so for me, when it got activated, it felt really, really strong. I felt the pain of my entire family. I felt why they couldn't, succeed in certain areas of their life, and I felt everybody's pain. After that happened, I started to look into goal setting even deeper for myself, because I was also scaling my business from just regular coaching to now premium coaching, VIP coaching. You have to become really, really valuable. And for you to feel really valuable, you have to go through a major transformation. And so what happens when you're transforming? Shit hits the fan, right? So I started losing a lot of money. Things started to change a lot. I started being, of course, more aware of my own energy of money, and just things weren't going right for me. However, that's the thing, it's hard to say that things weren't going right because I knew what was happening. So I kind of kept on, and I was going through all these weird depression cycles during the week, and then on the weekends I was like, hey. But then December came and my goals weren't happening. And in December 15th, I took myself out to the movies. In the middle of the movie, I was just like, of course, you're supposed to move out. Of course, the universe can't give you what you want right now. Because what would you do? Okay, ask yourself, even for you, ask yourself, if you're trying to change and the universe keeps giving you or gives you that money that you're looking for, but you're on a routine, what are you gonna do? You're gonna continue going back to that routine. So I got really, really honest with myself, and I asked myself, Iris, what do you really want? Like, what do you really want? And I mean, the answer was so easy. The answer was, well, I want to travel the world, and I want to just be completely nomadic. And then everything just went, ta-da! I was like, tan, 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 tan. And it was like, duh, everything that I've been working for the past 4 years is because of that. It's like everything that I've ever wanted. I mean, come on. I opened up my business. So it can be mobile. So I can connect from anywhere in the world, and I can coach and make my videos and live my life of freedom 4 years ago for that purpose. And so it was finally like staring me right at the face. It was so clear to me. And then that's when I realized, oh, I have to move out because I'm about to make one of my biggest dreams come true. Oh my God. So I got all my shit. I packed it up. It was really hard though. It was so hard, guys. It was the hardest. This is the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life. And just saying goodbye to your comfort zone, saying goodbye to your friends, saying goodbye to all your belongings, everything that I worked really hard for. I literally just sold it for pennies. And that was extremely difficult, but that was a huge lesson for me to let go, because so many amazing things are about to happen for me. As soon as I moved out, all my money goals actually came true. Like, all of them. I used to have my money goals like right on my, not on my hand, but right on my iPhone. I mean, there were like new goals, and anyway, everything that I had written down, all my goals actually came true as soon as I moved out. Hello. And what I always tell people is that the more you forgive, or like whenever you let go, abundance flows. So if you're stagnant, if you're feeling stagnant, it's because you have to let go of something. That was part of one of my last videos. It's all about wanting to grow, and it's all about being willing to make those changes. Ever since I left that apartment, ever since I left everything behind me that just wasn't part of my ethical journey into wealth consciousness, because I honestly feel now, ever since I went through that transformation, I feel like it's a whole new level of consciousness. Like, I don't worry about money at all. My business is scaling. I am attracting the clients that I want to attract. I'm helping even more people. I'm being myself. I mean, I come to the pool here like at least 3 times a week. I'm saving money, all because I decided to level up. That's really it. And so I hope you enjoy my story, guys. I'm learning new ways of how to film. I'm going to be taking all of this on the road. I can't wait to just film even more as I travel, or film even more around, my life right now, my suburban, simple, sweet, abundant little life that I have. I just wish that you guys could come on the ride for me. So absolutely, I hope that this fills your heart somehow. I hope I inspired you somehow, and I'll catch you guys next time. Mwah. Peace.